Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, happy Friday. We are about to enter 2023. We have a couple days left. And unfortunately, this year has been very, very bad. You can see this headline right now. Hedge funds set to mark the worst returns in 14 years. So it's not just the crypto holders. It's not just the individual retail investors. Overall, this has been an absolutely horrible year for all investors everywhere, right? And a lot of people are fearful about 2023. Some are hopeful, like myself, but some are not hopeful at all. They're afraid that there may be a hard landing in 2023. And that is why the last couple of weeks actually has been pretty brutal for markets. So today you look at the US market about to open in red once again. We had a little bit of a relief rally the last 2 days, but will we see more sell off today as we head into the new year? I guess we will see. But like I said, not everyone is so bearish. Some are hopeful. Some are hopeful, like myself, and also like Cathie Wood, who continues to buy Coinbase's stock and Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust. She continues to DCA and cost average down because she believes in the future of Bitcoin and crypto and the future of equities. So not everyone is giving up at this point. There are many that continue to hodl because they know what's to come. They know the future is undeterred by what's happening right now. We have seen many up and downs with markets, with Bitcoin, and every single time we find that bottom and then we continue back up and we form a new high. So there are many that still believe, and I do too. Now, what else is going on today? Well, it turns out that the Bahamian regulators are holding about 3.5 billion in FTX assets. So FTX, one of the reasons why 2022 was so bad, but maybe things get a little bit better as SBF gets prosecuted and as FTX assets are discovered and given back to the people, right? So 3.5 billion of assets still held by Bahamian authorities. That's a lot. That's a lot that can be recovered and given back to the creditors and people that have money within the exchange, right? So I guess that's a good thing, but it's kind of a breaking news that there's so much being held, and the reason being the authorities or regulators were afraid after that hack more were going to be withdrawn, and they didn't know if it was actually a hack or if it's SBF or Gary that was doing it, right? So they were trying to safeguard customer assets, at least according to them. And that makes sense. It makes sense. Now, SBF is still out on parole, or on bail, I should say, not parole, on bail. But supposedly he cashed out about $700,000 from some of the smaller exchanges. Some of the smaller addresses have been moving stuff and cashing things out. And many people feel like it is SBF himself. What I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know if he's violating his bail because there's something about his bail how he can't make purchases over $1,000, whether or not cashing out counts. Probably not. But there's something going on, probably to pay back his parents after putting up so much money to get him out on bail. So he's still awaiting his trial or the next I don't know, the next meeting with the judge. I think that's January 2nd, right? I don't actually know. I think it's a plea hearing. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days leading up to that. Also, because of FTX and SBF, you guys know Solana has been absolutely decimated, and so many people are wondering if Solana will ever recover. Solana is now below $10, sinks to single digits, and hasn't seen that since 2020, right? So basically, all the gains Solana had pretty much over the last 2 years is wiped out. Wiped out. So recently, as FTX collapsed and the contagion spread, Solana's FUD has gone up through the roof, right? But besides that, other things happen. Like their own DeFi exchange, Radium, was hacked for 2 million. Could not have come at a worse time, right? And then you had top NFT projects, the very top two, saying that they are leaving Solana. They're jumping into Polygon and Ethereum instead. So it does seem like the community of developers are giving up on Solana right now. This is why Solana is so beaten up. But here's the thing, Vitalik is still saying, hey, now that we see a lot of the awful people washed out, the chain looks like it has a bright future. I hope the community gets its fair chance to thrive. That's the right way. That's the right way to be looking at this, to have the right attitude, right? Right now, it's not the time to be bashing. Vitalik could easily be bashing Solana at this point, but they are not, right? The Ethereum community and Vitalik, they are not bashing Solana because right now it's time to be healing, to come together, right? So whether or not Solana will survive, unknown at this point, but let's hope they do, and let's hope that the community stands together as we face more hardships in the future. Now, last two things I want to show you guys. One, an inverted chart from TechDev. This looks bad, really, really bad, inverted, because take a look. Usually if Bitcoin's price is following this action and RSI is this high, guess what happens, right? It tends to drop, it tends to reverse. But this is an inverse chart to give you guys hope that yeah, we have been beaten, we have gone down so much, right? So it is time to be looking forward and upwards. So somehow inverse chart just makes more impact, right? And lastly, I did want to show you guys about the long-term holders. At the very beginning, I mentioned people that are hopeful in 2023, like Cathie Wood and myself, right? And so many others. And that is why the long-term holders of BTC is at 85%. 85%. That's a very, very high number. All right, guys, that's it. Happy Friday. I will be heading back home. So come this weekend, I will be resuming a lot my live streams, and we'll see what happens as 2023 begins. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.